All right, so we're diving into real estate syndication today, huh? Looks like you've been doing your homework. Got a whole stack of articles here.
Yeah, it's definitely a hot topic.
And for good reason, right? I mean, this whole idea of real estate syndication is becoming hugely popular, especially with accredited investors. And, Equity Multiple, this real estate investment platform, they seem to be everywhere with this stuff.
They're really pushing it for sure.
Yeah, like they really want everyone to understand it, which, good for them. But before we get too deep into their sales pitch,
Right.
let's make sure we're all on the same page, yeah. So pretend for a second I'm your friend and I have absolutely zero clue about real estate syndication. How would you explain it?
Okay, so basically, imagine you're thinking about buying a condo, right?
Okay, yeah, I'm following.
But instead of buying the whole thing yourself, you're buying a tiny piece of, say, a whole apartment complex.
Oh, interesting.
So you're pooling your money with other investors to buy these big, big properties.
Yeah.
Like the kind of stuff that usually only, massive companies would buy.
So it's like, what's the word? Real estate crowdfunding, kind of, but on a much bigger scale.
Exactly, like crowdfunding on steroids.
I like it. So instead of one measly condo, I could own like a sliver of a skyscraper. That's the kind of stuff that's usually out of reach for us regular investors, right?
100%, yeah. It used to be.
But okay, I'm still not totally sold. I mean, why bother with all this? Why not just stick to like buying a rental property myself, the old-fashioned way?
Well, for starters, with syndication, you get passive income without the hassle of being a landlord. You're basically a silent partner.
No more midnight calls about a busted pipe, huh?
Yeah.
I could get used to that.
Exactly. The syndicator, which is the experienced sponsor, they handle everything, managing the property, dealing with tenants, all of it. You just sit back and hopefully collect those checks.
Okay, that does sound pretty tempting. Passive income is definitely appealing.
Right. And the potential returns can be really attractive too, especially compared to more traditional investments.
Yeah, I was just going to say, these articles we have here from Equity Multiple, they highlight some pretty impressive financial benefits. And it's not just about being passive, right? There's more to it.
Right. You're not just limited to residential properties either. You can get into commercial real estate, which opens up a whole other world of possibilities. Think office buildings, retail spaces, even self-storage facilities.
Wow, I didn't even think about that. That's way more diverse than I realized.
Definitely. And with Equity Multiple, they really try to curate a diverse portfolio of offerings so investors have options.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But speaking of Equity Multiple, they're not just giving us all this free info about syndication out of the goodness of their hearts, right? They have a dog in this fight.
Well, of course. They're a business after all. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. They're a platform that connects investors with these syndication opportunities. So in a way, they're like a matchmaker between people with money to invest and these real estate deals.
Right, and they make it easy to get involved, which is probably appealing to a lot of people. They've got that schedule a call button right there on their articles.
Yeah, but it's important to remember that even with a platform like Equity Multiple, due diligence is still absolutely crucial. You can't just throw money at any deal that sounds good.
Right, that's important to emphasize. Don't skip your homework just because it sounds amazing on paper.
Exactly. You need to vet the sponsors,
Yeah.
really understand the risks involved, and make sure the investment strategy aligns with your own personal goals. Don't get blinded by the promise of big returns.
Wise words. So, to sum it all up, it seems like real estate syndication could be a great way to access bigger and potentially more profitable real estate deals than you could on your own. And you get to be hands-off, which is a major plus for some people.
Definitely. But like with any investment, there are risks involved. It's not a magic solution or a get-rich-quick scheme.
Exactly. So for everyone listening, here's the big question. How does real estate syndication fit into your investment strategy? Is it a good fit for your goals and risk tolerance?
Right. And if it is something you're considering, platforms like Equity Multiple might be a good place to start your research.
Exactly. Do your homework. All right, that's real estate syndication in a nutshell. Hopefully this has given you a good starting point to decide if it's right for you. Until next time.